Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. I post these videos every Sunday to share some dinner ideas with you and maybe give you a little inspiration for the coming week. All of our meals are budget friendly and delicious, so if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future dinner ideas. For meal number one, we made a Sloppy Joe pie. We browned a pound of ground beef with some salt and pepper and onion powder. Then we added in a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, some more salt and pepper, some seasoned salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Next came 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, two tablespoons of Worcestershire, and 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. Then I just made a box of Jiffy cornbread mix according to the package directions and added 1 tablespoon of sugar. To our Sloppy Joe mixture, we added some Mexican blend shredded cheese, then we topped it off with our cornbread batter. We put this in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, or according to the package directions on whatever cornbread batter you want to use. Next up, we had flatbread taco pizzas. For the flatbread itself, we used the same naan bread recipe we always use, which I'll have down in the description box below. For our toppings, we have some shredded lettuce, cilantro, pico de gallo, shredded cheese, avocado, and cherry tomatoes. And I'm just getting all the toppings ready while Adam is cooking up some ground beef with taco seasoning. I always add a little lime juice to my avocado so it doesn't brown. For our sauce, we're going to mix together some refried beans, some Mexican hot-style tomato sauce, and some Velveeta cheese. My mom taught me this trick a long time ago. If you roll the cheese sauce package over a spoon handle, you get every last drop of cheese out of the pouch. We just used 1 big spoonful of the refried beans and about half the can of hot tomato sauce. We spread some sour cream over our flatbreads, followed by our cheese sauce. Then we added our taco meat and all of our other toppings, and of course, some hot sauce. These turned out so amazingly good, I highly recommend trying these out. For the next meal, we had Crock-Pot chicken ramen bowls. We added 2 chicken breasts to our Crock-Pot, and these were still frozen. Then we added 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, one tablespoon of red pepper paste, one tablespoon of rice vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Next, we added a teaspoon of seasoned salt, a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a sprinkle of 5-spice powder. Then we just added salt and pepper to taste. And I'll have all these measurements listed down below. We threw in 3 carrots cut into sticks, 1 cup of frozen corn, and a 32-ounce carton of chicken broth. Then we set this on high for 4 hours. After a little over 3 hours had gone by, we shredded our chicken and added in some frozen broccoli. Then we added in 1 cup of water and let it cook for another 45 minutes. Right before we were ready to eat, we added in our ramen noodles and let them cook until they were done. We serve this with a boiled egg on top. This is always so easy and delicious. For the final meal of the week, we made a shepherd's pie. To 1 pound of ground beef, we added a little bit of crushed Ritz crackers and 1 egg. Then you can just season this however you like. We used some salt and pepper, parsley, seasoned salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Then we just mixed that all up and pressed it into a springform pan lined with parchment paper. Then we cook that at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. We cook some sliced carrots with butter, salt and pepper, and parsley, and we're also going to add in some frozen corn and peas, about a half cup of each. We added our cooked veggies on top of the meat and then topped it off with some homemade mashed potatoes and put it back in the oven until it was heated through, about 15 minutes. For our gravy, we started with 2 cups of beef broth. Then we added in 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, and salt and pepper to taste. Once it was boiling, we added about a half a cup of water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to thicken it up. When our shepherd's pie was just about done, we topped it off with some shredded cheese and put it back in the oven just until the cheese was melted and bubbly. This turned out so delicious and was just a little different and more fun because of the way we served it. We just topped it off with our homemade gravy. No sides were needed because it's packed with veggies. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. We post What's for Dinner videos every Sunday.